Mr. Grinch, please bring Zippy back. December 22nd, at about 1:30 in the morning, I looked out my window to see you here in your truck with my scooter loaded into the back of your vehicle, and then you turned down the road and took a right up here at the end of the alleyway. I'm here at my apartments, Lakewood, California. Cross streets are Lakewood Boulevard and Candlewood. So wanted to let you know a little bit about me and how I came to acquire the scooter so that maybe you can understand the impact that you've made. So Mr. Grinch, I wanted to let you know a little bit about the path that it's taken to get that particular scooter, which I named Zippy. To do that, we have to go back all the way to November of 2014. And my father-in-law at the time, Nacho, was getting along in years and had some serious health issues, and to be honest, we were preparing for his passing. That happened November 15th of 2014. He had a sudden cardiac arrest, and we had to say our farewells. It wasn't even the next week that the vehicle he gave me, Bertha, a big old 1989 Dodge Ram Charger, gas-guzzling, four-wheeling lady, had died on me too. She had had a bunch of issues. She needed a bunch of repairs that I couldn't afford at the time. We're struggling a little bit, and basically she just died on the highway at 1 in the morning. I tried finding a way to get her off the road, but I couldn't do anything until the next day. I managed to find a ride home, and then my family was able to help me get the thing get Bertha towed home. I spent the next couple of weeks working on her, trying to figure out what was wrong, how to get her running again, and that was all that I could do. I was without a vehicle. So I was trying to figure out how to get back and forth to work. Fortunately, a couple of my coworkers were able to help me out. But even then, they were like, hey, look, this is a temporary thing. We can't help you out all the time. You need to get your personal car situation, your vehicle situation resolved as quickly as possible. So I started scraping together money, saving a little bit here, saving a little bit there. And over the next 8 months, I put together as much as I could, but I had a couple setbacks, They raised our rent a little bit. That made it a little more difficult. Of course, I was, paying the guys for the transportation, so that was another expense, and buses and all that stuff. And basically, after 8 months, I'd only been able to put together about $500, which, I wanted to find a cheap, economical, used vehicle, and that just wasn't enough to find one that I would consider reliable. So fortunately, someone suggested to my wife, hey, what about a scooter? So I was like, yeah, that might be a good idea. And I looked online and found that, Chinese scooters are relatively cheap. They're easy to maintain and very economical. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Fortunately, I was also able at the time to take out another loan through my 401k. And I purchased my scooter from an online dealer and had it delivered a few weeks later. Purchase was August 28th. So I got the crate home, unpacked it, put her together, had to do the basic assembly and all that good stuff, and drove her down the road. Gassed her up and drove around the neighborhood a little bit. Spent the next couple of weeks breaking in the engine, driving nice and slow, learning how to balance, how to turn, and all that good stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Then I started driving on the streets. As a matter of fact, I think like the second or third week after driving it, I managed to crash it. I was taking a left-hand turn onto a road and trying to beat traffic, gunned it a little bit too much, and ran into the curb on the other side. I rolled over into the grass, scraped up my elbow, scraped up my knee, and scraped up the side of my nice brand new scooter. Little disgruntled, I picked up my scooter, dusted off my ego, and I've been riding ever since. Having a great time, working on it every weekend, doing the maintenance, making sure it's going to be nice and reliable and that sort of thing. And then, you know, December 22nd comes along, and here you've got my scooter in the back of your truck not 3 months after I've purchased it and took off. I would like my scooter back. It has been a very difficult year, and that scooter represents all the hard work that I've had to get it. So if you would, you know, maybe some suggestions, drop it off somewhere, leave an anonymous tip with the police department. There's Craigslist. I'm sure that there's plenty of ways to contact me, but you know, your anonymity is your responsibility. I forgive you. I don't hold it against you. You are where you are. You are who you are, and you'll have to deal with the consequences of that eventually. So, yeah, if you can bring it back to me, I would really appreciate that. I love you like a brother. God bless. Hey everybody. If you've been watching the video this far, I really thank you and I appreciate it. I had another intention for this video, to try and reach out to my community to see if I can make a difference. One thing that being without a vehicle has taught me is how difficult relying on public transportation and other means of transportation can be. And so for a low-income family, that can be really difficult, especially if you have children. So I really wanted to use this opportunity to see if I can generate some funds for local charities. I started a Gofundme account, and started a campaign called Santa's Sleigh. I'm going to put the link right about here. It'll also be in the comments below, or I should say the description. Anything that you can help out with, I would really appreciate. If you can't, your prayers are just as good. Thank you. I hope that you've had a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year, and you know, count your blessings, for they are many. Have a good day.